At some point, reality pushes back, and most people mistake that moment as proof they fell out of the manifesting state. But resistance is not failure. It's a test that only appears after a state begins to stabilize. Notice, staying in the manifesting state is not challenged when life is calm. It's challenged when the outer appearances disagree. Reality doesn't push back as punishment. It doesn't push back because you did something wrong. It pushes back as contrast, as movement, as rearrangement. And this exchange, if you will, this friction, is actually what decides whether an assumption stabilizes or collapses. Most people think staying in the manifesting state means ignoring reality, but it doesn't. It means responding without letting reality redefine who you are. When something unexpected happens, the nervous system reacts first. There's a spike, a contraction, an urge to reassess. That urge is not intuition. It's conditioning. And that moment is the real choice point. Do you re-enter the old identity? The one that reacts, explains, and protects? Or do you remain anchored in the new one? Even while sensations move through you, staying in the manifesting state is not about pretending nothing happened. It's about refusing to draw conclusions too quickly, because conclusions are what collapse states. The moment you decide, this isn't working, or something must be wrong, the manifesting state dissolves, not because the desire disappeared, but because you exited the assumption. Neville was precise about this. He didn't say circumstances undo manifestation. He said reaction does. This is why emotional restraint matters. Reacting does not mean failing. Staying reactive does. There is a difference between feeling something and identifying with it. You can feel disappointment without becoming disappointed. You can feel uncertainty without abandoning certainty. The manifesting state is not an emotion. It is an internal position. Wayne Dyer hinted at this when he said that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And what you are is revealed most clearly when something challenges you. Calm under pressure is not passivity. It's identity, consistency. This is where Neville Goddard is often misunderstood. Persistence was never about forcing belief. It was about refusing to let temporary appearances override a settled assumption. When reality pushes back, it is often part of the rearrangement. Old structures loosen before new ones can lock in. If you interpret movement as regression, you interfere. If you remain steady, movement completes. This is why overreacting slows manifestation. It feeds the very conditions you are trying to move beyond. Staying in the manifesting state means allowing events to pass through you without redefining you. No inner monologue, no analysis spiral, no emotional negotiation, just a quiet return to the assumption after the reaction passes. This is a skill, and like any skill, it strengthens through repetition. Each time you stay in the state instead of collapse, the manifesting state stabilizes. Each time you don't panic, identity locks in. Eventually, reality stops pushing back. Not because you won, but because there is nothing left destabilized. The state becomes your default program, and default programs don't need protection. They simply operate. This is when manifestation stops feeling fragile. It no longer depends on mood or timing or perfect circumstances. It rests on consistency, and your consistency will outlast your resistance every time. Subscribe and enter your manifesting state.